So today we're going to be making this Let It Snow tumbler. I have a tumbler spray painted silver. I'm using the Helios glitter glue to apply my glitter. And you just want to make a nice even coat on there. And I'm using this really pretty mirror glitter from the Glitter Guy. And I always do the top and the bottom rim first because that seems to dry the quickest. And then I'm just coating my whole tumbler in glitter. Okay, I'm going to tap off the excess glitter and clean around the inside of the rim, clean up this glitter. And I'm going to let that dry for several hours. And I'm going to smush it. Actually, I smush it after about 30 minutes. And this is a little bit of a chunky glitter, so I am using my wheel here to get it nice and flat. This just kind of helps to smash it down a little more. Okay, so it is all smushed. And now I'm going to go ahead and put on my first coat of epoxy here. I use the CC DIY Fast Set Turbo. I love this stuff. You can recoat within an hour to 2 hours. It's so nice. It's fully cured in 24 hours, so it makes a cup very quickly. You want to make sure you get the bottom really well. Okay. And then just smooth out all of your epoxy. Looking good. And then once I have it nice and smooth, I'm going to hit it with the torch to get rid of any of the micro bubbles that may be there. Get rid of any micro bubbles. This glitter is just stunning. Okay, so then I sanded it and I'm doing another coat because, like I said, it was a little bit of a chunky glitter, so it did need to be sanded and epoxied. I think I did it a total of 3 times to get it nice and smooth. So I'm just doing another coat of epoxy, and then I'm going to hit it with my torch to get rid of all of the micro bubbles again. Okay. All right, let's see. So now I am applying this stencil vinyl, and I got this design off of Creative Fabrica. And cut it out on my Cricut using, like I said, the stencil vinyl. And I'm just pushing it down to make sure that it's nice and adhered. What are you doing?
I'm taking a picture to you.
You are?
And I'm saying this to Mommy.
And then I'm just removing that transfer paper.
Don't send a picture of me.
Again, just rubbing it down to make sure that everything sticks on. And that little dot here that does not want to cooperate.
I don't have a t-shirt. What's the white thing? It's a t-shirt. I don't have a t-shirt. Undershirt? I don't have a t-shirt. What? Why are you doing that? What's the white thing called? See? What's this called? This white thing.
An undershirt.
Is that under
I didn't say underwear. I said undershirt.
Little tiny
dots just don't want to come off that transfer paper.
I don't have a t-shirt. What is that called? A t-shirt. You are so nuts.
A couple of them stuck with the paper there. Okay, got
so
it
once
on. This is done, I will take it outside and spray this. Doesn't that look good?
Did you cut out your pumpkins yet?
So I sprayed it with the navy spray paint.
Okay, so it's
and then I started to take
most of them off.
I let it dry
bore
overnight,
you
and then I
as I sat
started
here
to take
and
all
pulled
of
these
that
off.
stencil vinyl off. I didn't want you to sit here and watch
you
me
just wanna
because
be
it is
very
a very
careful.
tedious part of
how
the
pretty.
process, and it
Look
takes
how
a long
pretty.
time,
I
especially
love
with
it.
all those little dots and stars and stuff like that. So you want to make sure and be very careful when you're doing this that you don't scratch the spray paint.
the paint.
Just take your time.
Oh, look at that. What?
So I'm just continuing to remove that stencil vinyl. Make sure you get all the little pieces. I just love how it looks when you peel off the stencil and see that glitter. And like I said, this is sped up, and it probably took me 45 minutes to an hour to get all of that off. But it's worth it because it looks so cool in the end. And there you go. There's all the stencil vinyl off, showing that glitter. So now I'm going to go ahead and put a coat of epoxy on.
28 milliliter of resin.
And I'm going to add this diamonds in the sky. It's just going to add a little extra sparkle
to give it a little more sparkle
to the tumbler. And who doesn't love sparkle?
You don't need much. Mix that up.
So I just mix that in really well. And
See,
again,
just
I
gives
use
it a
the
tiny bit of
CC Fast Set Turbo
Who doesn't love sparkle?
epoxy. It just works great. I love it. So here you can see that extra little bit of glitter, the additive, just makes it sparkle a little bit more. And you don't need much. You really don't need much. Again, you just want to make sure you get the top and the bottom really well, smooth that out. And then I'm going to hit it with the torch. Make sure and pop all those bubbles. And then I decided that it needed a little something at the top. So I'm adding these little snowflakes. I think it was just a nice touch. Okay, so then we're going to let that cure. We're going to sand it.
Okay, we're ready for
And
our
then we're
last
going to
coat
do
of
our
epoxy
last
here.
coat of epoxy here. And again, I'm using the CC Fast Set Turbo and putting on a nice even coat of the epoxy and spreading it out onto that tumbler. And making sure you get the bottom of that tumbler. And then just evening that all out. And then once I have it evened out, I will go ahead and hit it with the torch again. I'm going over the edge so there's no buildup of epoxy on the ends.
Look at that sparkle. Okay.
And then I will go ahead and hit this with the torch again. And again, when you're torching, you want to make sure you're constantly moving that torch so that you don't burn your epoxy. So you want to do quick back and forth movements with that torch. And this is a necessary step because you won't maybe not see the bubbles right away, but they will show up if you do not torch the epoxy.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.